Miguel Cabrera recently became just the 33rd player in baseball history to collect 3,000 hits. This classic Miggy opposite field poke off Antonio Senzatella will be etched forever in the minds of baseball fans in Detroit, Venezuela, and around the world. It will be replayed again and again and again and again. But that got me thinking. What if I wanted to replay a different one of Miggy's 3,000 hits? Like a garbage time home run from 2016? Maybe an infield dribbler from 2007, a liner up the middle from his rookie year in 2003. Could I find those? Is the baseball internet truly that vast? So, I wasted about 20 hours of my life trying to answer that idiotic but wonderful question. How many of Miguel Cabrera's 3,000 hits are actually on the internet? Let's find out.
Congratulations to Miguel Cabrera on his 3,000th career hit. Amazing. Mazel tov.
We love 3,000 hits. That's so cool. That's so many hits. That's what you're supposed to do in baseball when you're a hitter, right? You get hits.
Play the hits. And that's what we're going to try and do here today. If I was a nut and I wanted to watch every single one of Miguel Cabrera's hits online, could I do that? The answer is no. And so today we are going to embark on a journey to see how many of Miguel Cabrera's 3,000 hits we can actually watch on the internet.
I love this idea. I know our good friend Foolish Baseball had a similar video somewhat recently about Ricky Henderson, but of course Miguel Cabrera's career perfectly spans both the baseball internet era and the slightly before the baseball internet era, where it has, I understand, sent you on quite the wild goose chase to find all 3,000 hits. And I don't believe you found all 3,000, but I know you found some amount.
I found more than one, and I found fewer than 3,000. I did all of this, me alone. Nobody else. I'm fully responsible for the craziness. Jordan does not know the magic number. He has no idea how many of Miggy's hits you can watch on the internet. So we're going to have him guess, and then I'm going to slowly reveal the true number to him as we take you all on a journey. But before we get Jordan's guess, make sure you like and subscribe down below, comment. Maybe comment right now how many hits you think it's going to be, and then watch the rest of the video and see how far away you are.
Okay, I'm just going to talk you through my guess thinking, and some of it does involve some of the things that we are going to discuss in this video. So while I did not do the searching, there were certainly some facts that I knew that helped inform my general guess. So what helped inform me with my guess is really knowing that we're going to be working with three general eras, which we will explain. We are working with the SAVANT era, which is really, StatCast since 2015, but 2016 and on, I know all of those hits are there. Now that's, how many hits is that? I believe that's like 600 or 700 hits. Obviously, Miggy's been getting a lot worse. Can only bank like 700, 100,000% guarantee, right?
Okay.
I do know that you can find a lot of Major League games on YouTube between the years like 2008, 2009, and 2015. And so if you were indeed thorough and you went and checked which of those games Miggy's are on there, that's another like 1,000+ hits at least. Now before then, boy, I'm not counting on a lot. And that's when Miggy was really racking up the hits. So my first thought was between 1,500 and 2,000. And then I basically had to decide, are we gonna go on the high side of that, or are we gonna play it safe and assume that YouTube maybe doesn't have everything and really does not have much from the first 5 or 6 years? And through all of that, I decided I am actually going to go on the high side of this guess. And I'm going to guess a number just because it's fun. I'm going to guess 2003.
Okay.
My guess is 2003 of Miguel Cabrera's hits you can watch on the internet. I'm already feeling like it's probably a little too high, but I'm going to go with 2003 hits that you can watch on the internet.
A great guess, because that is the year that Cabrera debuted.
Yes. Yes.
And we will see how many of his hits from that season you can watch, because that will be the determining factor. I essentially did this by hand as much as you could. There is probably some human error involved. I think we're going to give Jordan, what, a 10 hit?
10 in either direction, just because I trust your thoroughness. I trust your detective work. I don't feel 100% certain that the number you're going to tell me is 1,000,000% correct.
Of course.
So we're going to give me some leeway. But again, I am going to lock in my answer, 2003 hits.
Okay, let's embark on the journey. The first of the three eras, the simplest one to take care of, is the SAVANT era that runs from 2016 to today, through Miggy's 3,000th hit and beyond, because he is over 3,000 already. And what that means is that on Baseball Savant, I think my favorite website in the world, you can watch every single one of his hits very easily. You just type in Miguel Cabrera on the player name, you click base hit right there, and then it has video for every single hit in that era. So from 16 to 2022, you can watch every single hit. Now, that is Miggy's worst era. Baseball Savant is like, do you want to watch everything Miguel Cabrera did when he was past his prime?
Now, that's not Miggy's fault. That's just the nature of when he was born. I'm not blaming Savant. We're going to get to watch every single hit of Acuna and Soto and Vlad and all these other guys, you know, forever, which is great. So how many hits is that?
You can lock in 669 hits, a nice number of hits for Miguel Cabrera. So 2016, his biggest year in that span, had 188 hits. But beyond that, the most he had in a season was 139. The pandemic shortened season in 2020 only had 51. 2018, he only had 40. So this total is significantly lower than the other chunks of time, because duh, he was at his worst.
He still hit 278 over this period.
Yeah, so, he's still good.
It's not like he wasn't still hitting for a major leaguer. It just wasn't quite racking enough up. 669, very nice. In the bank, on our way to 2003.
The second era is the MLB YouTube era. Now, I want to give a shout out here to a Reddit user. I don't use Reddit a lot, but when I do it big. Reddit user Cousiners, who has a long post that we'll link to at the bottom on how to watch any MLB game for free on YouTube since 2009. You might think, oh, Jake, can I bank every Miggy hit from 09 to 15? No, Jordan, you cannot. And what I did is I went through and found every single game that Miggy had a hit in that time span from 09 to 15. They're not all there. For whatever reason, some of these games are just missing. They're lost to history. They're probably in like Rob Manfred's bedroom vault, but they're not on the internet and they're not on YouTube. The number of watchable hits is less than the number of total hits. Does this make sense?
That does make sense. Are we missing like dozens of games and
We're
hits?
about to find out. You're about to find out.
If 20% of those games you're missing, my guess is going to be way off. I know it's not a perfect system, but I was counting on a lot of those hits being there. So I'm already not feeling great.
And Jordan, the number of total hits in that era from 2009 to 2015 that you can watch online of Miguel Cabrera is 1,293.
Ooh.
There are 16 missing hits.
Okay, so then I'm actually feeling pretty good. Wow. Once you started putting some doubt in my head, I was like, we're going to be missing like 150 hits. From your research, just 16 that you couldn't find a 7-season span at which he is just racking them up. I mean, this is it, man. This is Miggy going ham. This is Triple Crown Miggy. This is MVP Miggy. This is All-Star Silver Slugger. Yeah. I'm one of the greatest right-handed hitters of all time, Miggy. Wow. Okay, so what was that number again?
That number again, Jordan, is 1,293 hits. 16 are missing, so...
That's pretty good, man.
Some games where the full broadcast is missing, but there's a condensed game available online. And then there are some games where the condensed game is missing, but the 2-minute recap is online, and Miggy had a notable enough hit in the game to make the recap. So there's like 3 layers here of catching Miggy's hits.
You can't say Jake's not putting in the work for you guys. You said 16 hits missing from 09 to 15, but we have all the hits after 15. That puts us to, I believe, 19 and 62 hits. And so what I need is to get 41 more hits from the first 6 years of his career. I need 31 to 51 to win this guess. I just need 41 hits over the first 6 years of one of the greatest hitters of all time's career, but they cannot include the postseason, and this is going to be very important.
The final era, which we'll call the Dark Ages, from 2003 to 2008.
Which, can we just first say, us calling this the Dark Ages is very obnoxious of us.
Super. Yeah.
Like, really obnoxious of us.
My uncle's
anyone
like, I played rotisserie baseball and I had to find out on a telegram.
For anyone that is over the age of even 35, you're looking at us like you assholes, and I totally get it. But for the purposes of this exercise, sorry, it's the Dark Ages. Now, how dark was it? We're about to find out.
From 03 to 08, the way I went about doing it is just searching Miguel Cabrera 2007, Miguel Cabrera 2006, a Florida Marlins 2003, full game, right? Like I just went through and just tried to compile as many as I could from random YouTube channels that are just people with like a phone. Of those years, of those 6 seasons, the first 5 of them were in Florida, and 2008 2008 was his first year in Detroit. Interesting, you can watch pretty much all of his hits from 09 to 2022 in Detroit, but in 08, there are a significant amount of hits missing. There are only 6 hits available from 2008 online, including his first hit as a member of the Tigers, which was a home run against Gil Mesh.
If I'm only getting 6 hits from 2008, I'm thinking about what hits would be on here. What would MLB bother to even upload, right? And in those first 6 seasons, he had, 175 homers and 1,000 hits. I'm hoping to get not just the first hit in Detroit. I'm hoping I'm getting the 100th home run, the 1,000th hit.
You're not getting that. You're not getting that.
I'm already starting to feel that I was maybe even too optimistic.
So that brings your total to 1,968.
I need 35 more hits.
2007, Jordan, there are 13 hits available. There are 175 hits missing.
13 hits from 2007?
13 entire hits available from 2007.
Oh, I'm feeling good again. Okay, all right. Well, 07, the last year with the Marlins, they weren't good. Right?
No, they weren't good. But the second to last game of the 2007 season, when the New York Mets completely capitulated and fell apart and blew it as hard as any team has ever blown it, those games were against the Marlins, and so a lot of those hits by Cabrera are available at the end of the 2007 season. Something that occurs a lot in the dark ages is that many of the games in which Miggy gets hits are not for Marlins fans, right? But they're playing other teams where their fans are uploading more video. For instance, Cubs fans, I've learned, upload like full games of random stuff all the time for no reason. And any time that he played against the Cubs and he got a hit, that's basically on the internet.
Thank you, Cubs fans. Thank you for your service.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the hits are against the Cubs, which says more about Cubs fans than it does about Miguel Cabrera.
Thank you, Cubs fans.
Shouts out to the Cubs fans. And then 3 of these other ones, they're like all upper deck home runs against the Nationals in either RFK or Pro Player Stadium, and they age delightfully well. Give that a look, Jordan.
Marlins Hall of Fame.
Marlins Hall of Fame Miguel Cabrera induction video. When I saw this, I thought it was like the Marlins have a Hall of Fame and they inducted him. No, this is SB Nation blog Fish Stripes has their own Marlins Hall of Fame, and they inducted Miguel Cabrera in 2020?
Yeah, what were they waiting for? May 2020 is like, oh, we got nothing else to do.
And then the last super fun one from 2007 was shot by a user named YTech99, and the title of the video is Florida Marlins 3B number 24 Miguel Cabrera singles to left field. And it is taken with a flip phone down the first base line at Pro Player Stadium. It is the most 2007 video I've ever watched. It is unbelievably delightful. It has over 13,000 views too.
This is so good. We've got 13 in 2007.
1981. Okay. 2006, Jordan. 2006.
Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Okay, 2006.
2006, there are 12 available. There are 183 missing.
We're going to go over. We're going to go over, friends.
That brings you to 1,993 career hits.
12 from 2006. Okay, any highlights from that one?
There aren't any particularly wild ones from 2006. I would say the majority of the hits available are either from an MLB YouTube video that they uploaded at one point this year, the aforementioned Fish Stripes Hall of Fame video, or a couple of full games uploaded by Cardinals fans. There are a couple more full games against the Cubs.
Now I'm feeling really good, although now I'm thinking we might be overshooting if we're averaging about 10 per season here. So, okay, now let's go to 2005.
There are 10 hits available from 2005, bringing the total number to 2003. Jordan's actual guess.
Wow, here we are. We already made it with 2 more seasons to go. I'm still feeling pretty good about my guess, I gotta be honest. Any highlights from the 05 season?
He had 3 hits in a game on April 26th against the Rockies. That's inexplicably online. He had 3 more hits against the Rockies in another game, this time at home. That's also inexplicably online. 6 of the 10 hits from 2005 are hits against the Rockies. 2 more hits against the Cubs, full games that are online. Shouts out to Cubs fans. And then 2 more homers against the Nats. 2004, 4 hits. 4 hits available.
Ooh, I love hearing that number. That brings us to 2007.
Fun ones from this. There is a hit on here that I found that is on Venezuelan TV.
Oh, this is a great one. Who is this pitching for?
That's Eric Gagne,
That's Eric Gagne, yeah. Oh, man. Did you check Marlins will SOAR to see if there were any Miggy hits in the iconic Scott Stapp music video. First shot is Jorge Cantu, so I don't really know.
No.
You see any Miggy?
Bonifacio, nice
Come on,
catch
Marlins,
from
make
left
us
field.
proud.
No, that's
Jorge
Jorge Cantu. Nice play by Hanley.
I think this was after he left.
Yeah, Miggy is not involved in this video. That is a good question, but there are no Miggy hits in Marlins will soar. All right, Jordan, we've come down to the end. And just to set the stage, we have seen 2007 hits. Your guess was 2003 hits. We gave you a 10-hit buffer on either side. So you need no more than 6 hits.
No more than 6 hits in Miggy's rookie season. But as we mentioned before, postseason does not count. And because of that, I feel like it is possible I will still stay within the range. However, I'm not super confident. Jake, did I manage to do this and win?
In 2003, Miguel Cabrera's rookie season, there are 5 hits that you can watch online.
Oh, we did it! Woo! We did it, Joe. We did it, Joe. Can you believe it?
2012 total hits of Miguel Cabrera are watchable online. 2012.
I'm glad I guessed 2003 because I think it set it up better for that grand reveal. By the way, how many total hits were available to watch in the dark ages from 2003 to 2008? To watch how many total?
50.
50 out of 1,022. I'm very proud of my guess. Very proud of getting that close.
You should be very thankful to Cubs fans.
But not that thankful, because if a few of them weren't so enthusiastic, I might have nailed this on the dot here.
I bet there are some that I missed, and there are maybe some that I counted that you didn't have a hit in, so that's why we gave the error bars. I'll upload the full spreadsheet. I'll link it below. If you can find any that aren't on here, let us know, and we'll give you a high five.
I love this. Excellent work. This was very fun. Can we do one more guessing game before we finish up? Let's guess how many hits Miguel Cabrera ends up at when he retires.
3,171.
3,204.
Final thoughts. Miguel Cabrera is the last person we can really do this for. He is going to be the last player to get 3,000 hits for a long time, unless Robinson Cano is taking undetectable PEDs. Cabrera is really the last person that straddles these 2 eras of baseball. This experiment is more about watching baseball on the internet than it is actually about Miguel Cabrera.
This was a wonderful test case, and I am very proud of my 2003 guess.
How many did you get? Let us know in the comments. How far away were you? If any of you nailed it, I don't believe you, but Jordan almost did. To Miggy, here's to the next 3,000. All of which you can watch on Baseball Savant.
Thanks, Darren Willman.